Hello everyone, welcome to the Rift. Today, we've got a lot of new cards to talk about. Review season for set 2 has officially begun, and so have a bunch of card reveals. We've got some good stuff to take a look at today, so let's just jump right into it. But first, if you're enjoying the content, then make sure that you like the video, and feel free to smash that subscribe button. And if you'd like to support the channel even further, I have a link to my Patreon in the video description. Also, I have channel memberships now. They're just $1, and you get these nice badges next to your name whenever you comment or chat in live streams. Thank you to everybody who supports the channel, even just by watching videos. I really appreciate it. Alright, back to the video. Alright, first off, let's talk about this handsome fella. This is the man of the hour. This card is so crazy. Holy hell, man. This card is nuts. And in this color combo too, Glorious Executioner Draven is a red-purple legend that says when you win a combat, draw one. I don't think I really need to explain how this card is insane, but I will anyway. This card essentially just says, play the game and draw a bunch of cards. Winning combat in this game, especially in this color combo, is not hard. Red is insane at attacking with cards like Cleave and Darius. It's also pretty decent at just putting a bunch of stats on the board with cards like the old red Draven and Noxus Hopel, and Vi is insane in this color combo because of Ride the Wind. You basically just win the game when you get to 6 points if you have this combo. Purple is also pretty good at holding, at least against a single unit, because of cards like Fight or Flight and Gust and Rebuke, which do all trigger Draven. By the way, if your opponent attacks with a unit and you gust it away, you win the combat, so you draw. If you thought Fight or Flight was good, well, now it also draws a card. If you thought Cleave was good, now it also draws a card. Absolutely incredible effect. This guy is gonna be really good. I don't see how he's not gonna be good, unless something crazy happens in this set and somehow we get to a level of power creep where this isn't good, which I hope isn't the case. Let's talk about his signature card. It's a gear and equipment, a new type of card being added to the game. We've got Spinning Axe. It's 2 energy and a power, either a red or purple power because it's a signature card. It gives +3 might to the unit that it's attached to, and when you play it, it's got quick draw, so you can play this card as a reaction, and when you play it, you can just attach it to something immediately, and it's got temporary, so if it's not attached to something, it dies at the start of your beginning phase. This card seems okay. It's a little expensive for just +3. You have better options for attacking with Cleave, 1 energy +3, and you have better options for defending. Fight or Flight, Gust, and Rebuke. Fight or Flight especially just wins the combat against any unit. Maybe you can play this card as like a 2-of, but there are definitely better options to play that we have right now, and we may be getting even better stuff in this set. We don't have that many cards right now, so who knows? Yeah, if you need stats specifically, this card is decent. It also can't be hit by stuff like Defy, so there's that. So against green, this gets a little bit of value. But yeah, this card's okay. I can see it being played maybe as a 2-of, but it's just a little bit outclassed in my opinion right now. Where it is good is against damage spells and decks that play a lot of them, like Kaisa. As its reaction, you can just use it as a pump spell that can't get defied. So against Kaisa or against blue that's playing a bunch of removal spells, if there is such a deck, this card can be good. But other than that, if you're maining this card, you probably just side it out a lot. Alright, we've got a new Draven champion unit here. This is our second red Draven. He is 4 energy for a 4 might unit. When I win combat, play a gold gear token exhausted, and I'll mention what that does in a second. He also says when I attack or defend, you may pay a power. If you do, give me +2. You can only trigger that effect once, so you can't just buff him infinitely. Thank God. But yeah, this card is definitely decent. 4 energy and no power is a really nice turn 2 play. Of course, he can just die to stuff like Falling Star and Charm if you just play him in the base and pass. But yeah, this card is definitely not bad, and as a chosen champ, I think it's pretty good. The gold token is essentially just a power that you can cash in at any time. You just kill it and exhaust it as a reaction to add a power. If there's some synergy with gear in this set, in this color combo, it could have some extra value, but it's definitely definitely not bad as just an extra power. So when this guy conquers, get a power to use for your other plays, and when he attacks or defends, he can go to 6. So he's a 6 might body for 4 and a power, essentially, which definitely isn't bad. He's a little slow, of course, but hey, you can't have a unit do literally everything. In combination with Ride the Wind, he could be pretty good. Yeah, I think this card is just solid all around. If you attack with him and give him +2 with his ability, he'll be at 6. You can Ride the Wind him over to the other field and go up to 8 because he keeps his buff for the entire turn. And then after winning combat, he gets a total of 2 gold tokens, which is pretty nice. And he's readied after using Ride the Wind, so you can just pull him back into your base to keep him safe if you can't defend him. Yeah, this card's definitely going to be pretty good. Next, we have another purple 2-drop. This is Overzealous Fan. It's a 2 might purple unit for 2 energy. When I defend, you may kill me to move an attacking unit to its base, which is not bad. It doesn't help us win combats, but it does push something back, which is kind of nice. If you're going first and you play a 2-drop and next turn you just ship it to a battlefield, if you can't defend it, it's probably just going to die anyway. So this guy dies and he denies your opponent scoring a point, which is nice when he would have just gotten run over anyway. Yeah, denying your opponent a point is really nice with this guy. They might just choose to ignore him and go to the other field, in which case that's pretty good for you because you just get to keep 2 might. It also can just defend against big pushes, like with Thousand-Tailed Watcher when your opponent's trying to win the game. Yeah, overall, this is a pretty good card, I'd say. We don't have many amazing 2-drops right now, so this probably sees some play unless we get something better. All right, our last Draven card here is another equipment. It's Longsword. It's a red gear for 2 and a power with the quick draw keyword again, so you can play this as a reaction. It's a combat trick, and when you play it, you can just attach it to something immediately. Unlike Spinning Axe, this card doesn't die when it's unequipped, but it only gives +2. Again, I think we have better options for both attacking and holding right now, but if we get some good units with Weapon Master, this card becomes pretty good. Weapon Master just means when you play the unit, you can attach a gear to it for free, so you can just play the Weapon Master unit and put this on it without having to pay its equip cost. It could be really good if we get a lot of good Weapon Masters and equipment synergies. It's also really good against damage spells and stuff like Kaisa. I think this card will probably see play unless something crazy happens, like Kaisa's not really good anymore. I think there are cheaper options for combat tricks, but this card is all around just solid. I think it's decent into most decks and really good against Kaisa, so it'll probably see play. Speaking of Weapon Master stuff, we've got Azir. This is a new legend. He's green and yellow. He says you can pay 1 energy and exhaust him to play a 2 might Sand Soldier unit token to your base, but you can only do that if you played an equipment this turn. Also, your Sand Soldiers have Weapon Master, so when you play them, you could equip them with a weapon immediately without paying the weapon's equip cost, which is kind of nice. Yeah, this legend kind of lives or dies based on the equipment that we get, but so far it's looking pretty good. I'm imagining this set is going to have a lot of good Weapon Master cards and a lot of good equipment that we can use with this. We've got a couple of them here. Some of them are pretty good, some of them are so let's take a look at them. First up, we've got Dorn Shield. This is just a 1 energy green equipment that gives +1 and tank. It has the same equip cost as everything else, just 1 power. Yeah, this card is pretty good with Azir. If you're going first, you play this for 1, you play a Sand Soldier for 1, and you equip it with this for free. You've got a 3 might dude on turn 1, which is pretty nice. And even if the Sand Soldier dies, you don't really care that much because you can just make more of them for free and you get to keep the equipment around to use it again later. So yeah, it's pretty nice. Yeah, really basic card. I think it's pretty decent though. In this deck, it's really good. Another green equipment, we've got Guardian Angel. This is a 2 energy green equipment that also just gives +1, but it says if I would die, kill Guardian Angel instead. Heal me, exhaust me, recall me. So it's just Zani's Hourglass, but on an equipment, and you can pick which guy you want to save with it. Yeah, this could be really good if there's a big Weapon Master dude that you want to protect with it. I can see this card definitely seeing a bunch of play. Weapon Masters are really good. Next up is Sterix Gauge. This is another green equipment. This time it's 3 energy and 2 power. That's extremely expensive. It gives +3 and it's got quick draw. Yeah, I think this card is pretty bad, honestly. This is really expensive as a combat trick. There's so many ways to get good combat tricks in green. Discipline, On Guard. There's gonna be new cards as well. Yeah, this is just so expensive. It really needs a good Weapon Master to synergize with it to be playable and even then I think the other equipment are probably just going to be better. So yeah, I don't think this card's going to be really good. Next up, well, look, it's another green equipment. It's this thing, however you say that name. This card is interesting. It's a bit different of an equipment. It costs 3 into power to give 0 might, but it says as this is attached to a unit, copy that unit's text to this equipment's effect text for as long as this is attached to it, which is very interesting. I think you can just copy abilities with this. I don't know exactly how this is going to work with certain abilities. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of complicated ruling stuff having to do with this card, but it could be decent if there's an ability you really want to copy with it. I don't know though. Paying 3 into power just to copy an ability seems very expensive unless the ability is crazy, and this card really does nothing if you can't take advantage of that effect. So we'll see if there's some game-winning crazy synergy with this. Maybe it'll be good, but otherwise I think it's probably just gonna be bad. It also is more expensive to equip for whatever reason. Next up, we have a yellow equipment. This is Blade of the Rune King. It costs 3 into power to give +4, and to equip it you have to pay a power and kill a friendly unit. So as a sacrifice outlet, this card may be interesting, but it's extremely expensive if you don't have good things to sacrifice with it. Yellow can make tokens, but if you're killing a token to equip this, you're essentially only putting 3 might onto the board, and paying 3 energy and a power for 3 might that doesn't do anything is pretty bad. That's a really bad rate to be paying. And yeah, Weapon Master only decreases the cost of equipping by a power, so you still have to pay the cost of killing a friendly unit to equip this thing. Yeah, paying 3 and a power to just put 3 might onto the board potentially is really bad, so we'll have to see what kind of synergies this card can bring, but it's not looking too good. It also doesn't have the reaction speed keyword to play it as a combat trick, so there's also that as well. Next up, we've got a new combat trick for green, as if they needed more of those. This is Feral Strength. It is a 2 energy green spell with reaction and a new keyword, repeat. This is specifically repeat 2 because the spell costs 2 energy. I'm assuming this spell gives a unit +2 this turn, and if you repeat it, it can do that again. You can also target a different unit with the second effect. Basically, this card just says give a unit +2 this turn, give a unit +2 this turn if you choose to repeat it. That's essentially what it does. So you can target different things, you can target the same thing. It does not lay the spell again, so you don't get 2 triggers for stuff that cares about playing spells, but this card is still really good, I'd say. Yet another combat trick for green. I think this competes with On Guard. Discipline is probably still just better because it draws. But yeah, this card is pretty versatile. I think it's pretty good. It's a reaction. Just give +2 unconditionally, or +4 if you have the extra energy. Yeah, it's pretty good, I'd say. I think this is probably going to see at least some play, if not a lot of play. Alright, next we've got another legend. This is Sivir. She is orange and purple, and she says, when you recycle a rune, you may exhaust me to play a gold gear token exhausted, and when one or more enemy units die, you can ready me. That's pretty interesting. This is basically just free ramp on a stick. That's pretty nice. Whenever you pay a power, you get essentially a free power, so that next time you would recycle a rune, you don't have to. So she kind of ramps you in the future, which is kind of nice. If you use effects that recycle a rune and then give you a rune back, you just get a free gold, which is pretty nice. If we're going to get a lot of those effects, this could be a pretty decent ramp effect. I still think Misfortune is probably just better, but we'll see what kind of synergies we get to take advantage of this card's effect. If gold is really good this set, then yeah, this could be better, but we just don't really have any context right now. Yeah, it's really hard to evaluate legends when you don't have much context for their archetype, really, except in the case with Draven, where we do have a bunch of context already, but it's pretty straightforward that he's just going to be good. This one is a little bit more complicated. It relies a lot more on synergies and what cards are going to be on this set, so we'll have to wait and see with this one, I'd say. Talking about some orange cards, first up we've got Lucian. I think this guy's pretty good. He is a 3 might orange champion unit for just 3 energy, no power. That's pretty nice. He's got Weapon Master, and the first time he conquers each turn, you ready him. That's really nice. Going second and playing this card, next turn you can attack with him, ready him. If you can gank him over, you can potentially score both fields, or you can just bring him back to base so he can be safe, and you can preserve 3 might on the board. Yeah, I think this card's really good. With Weapon Master Master as well. Yeah, this card just has 2 really good effects printed on it, so I think we can say pretty straightforwardly that this card is going to be at least decent. This card seems really good to me. Another orange card, we've got an equipment. It's Trinity Force. It's 4 energy, no power. It just gives +2, and when I hold, score a point. This to me seems way too gimmicky to actually work. +2 for 4 is a bad rate. At least it doesn't cost any power. Yeah, holding in this game in general just sucks, and it's about to suck even more with Draven. Good luck trying to hold against Darius or Rebuke or Fight or Flight, Vi, all that shenanigans. Yeah, good luck trying to get this effect off. Speaking of holding, we have a legend that wants to hold. This is Renata Glass. She is blue and yellow, and she says, when you or an ally hold, you may exhaust me to play a gold gear token exhausted, so another card that makes some gold. And while your score is within 3 points of the victory score, so 5 or more points in 1v1, your gold add an additional 1 energy. So when you use them, they'll add an energy and a power. That's pretty good. That's a really nice payoff, but as I said before, holding kind of just sucks and isn't really a feasible strategy right now. Decks like Master Yi and Ari can kind of do a bit of holding, but you're certainly not going to be doing that for the entire game. That is way too hard to do. There are just way too many tools in the game right now for taking over battlefields, from cards like Darius, Vi, and Watcher to things like Dead Bloom, cards like Fight or Flight and Rebuke that I've talked about before, even just all of the damage spells that blow things up on fields. Yeah, this deck is really going to need some good holding units for this strategy to really work. You've got Shen, so that's a decent start, but you're gonna need a lot more than that. But who knows, maybe holding will be really good at this set if they print a lot of support for it. We'll just have to see. Our last card today is another legend. It's Irelia. She's green and purple, and she says, when you choose a friendly unit, you may exhaust me and pay a power to ready it, which is interesting. It's worth noting that using an equipment to equip a unit does trigger this, and even if you play a weapon master ability will also trigger this. So essentially, this card can just pay a power to accelerate all of your weapon masters, which sounds pretty good to me. Again, we'll have to see how good weapon masters and equipment in general are in this set, but seeing as though this set is kind of themed around those cards, I would expect them to be pretty good. There's an additional effect on this card as well. When you conquer, you may pay an energy to ready me. So basically, you can just potentially combo with this card. You can pay a power to ready a guy, and then when you conquer with it, you can pay an energy to restand Irelia. So if you can target the unit again, you can pay another power to ready it again, and if it's got yanking or can get to the other field somehow, you can take the other field. This card seems very combo-y, very synergy heavy, but you are paying both power and energy to do all of those things. It could be really strong depending on what cards we get in this color combo, but in general, I think legends that give you free stuff tend to just be better than legends that you have to pay a bunch for. Yeah, we'll see. This card does have the potential to be really good, but I'm skeptical, especially after seeing Draven. Alright, that's all of our cards today. Let me know what you guys think about them and what you think will be good this set. I think that's about all I wanted to cover today. I've been having a ton of fun playing the game so far and opening packs and stuff. Let me know what decks you guys have been playing and how it's been going for you. Alright, thank you guys for watching. Take care.